Welcome. I'm Alex. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, subscribe, and comment below with what other tutorials you'd like to see from my channel. This practice is going to teach you about how to do pigeon. It's a half tutorial, half mini class, and we will go over how to modify, how to be safe. We will begin in a child's pose. So big toes together, knees are about mat width distance, maybe a little bit wider. You might also want a block for this practice, so if you need to pause and go get that, I will still be here. Walk your hands forward, soften down into your space. Relax the torso and breathe to expand each breath. In and out through the nose. Bring yourself, your awareness to the present moment, the only one that matters, the only one you have anything to do with right now. Walk your hands in so you can sit up, and we will make our way to a tabletop. Hands shoulder width, knees about hip width, tops of the feet on the mat. On an inhale, arch the back, lift the gaze, cow pose, stretch through the front of the body. Exhale, press the palms down, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, cat back. Tabletop. Sit back on your heels and bring your feet out in front of you. Bring the soles of the feet to touch. Knees are apart. We're in a butterfly. Sit up tall. Hold on to the outsides of your feet. Lift. Feet are however far away or as close as you need them to be today. On an exhale, fold over the legs for a long couple of breaths. Opening up through the hips or the glutes. Soften the breath. Walk your hands back in and place the sole of the left foot on the mat. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Hands are behind you, and you're going to press into the hips so you can try to sit up. Make sure you're able to draw a full circle with the right top ankle, and you'll feel this in the outside of your right hip. This is a modified pigeon. So if you can't do pigeon yet, do this until you are able to move on. One more breath. And release the legs out in front of you and switch sides. Bend the right knee, lean back so you can cross the left ankle over the right thigh, and then press into the hands to bring the chest toward the calf, opening your knee out to the side. This is a great pose to do every day. Even it is a modified pigeon, but on its own. It is so good for the hips. It's so available for most people. One more breath. Long exhale. And release somewhere near the end. Cross your feet at the ankles, tabletop, and press back to downward facing dog. Feet hip width, hands shoulder width. Point your index fingers forward. Bring the right knee up behind the right wrist. The right foot is across, and you're going to do your best to square your hips to the top of the mat. Over time, the right shin will be parallel to the front edge of the mat, but as you're starting out, it'll probably be closer to the left hip flexor. You can take a block and sit on it with your right leg, and that'll help you to bring your hips so that they are pointing forward. And stay propped up or soften forward, just a few breaths. This pose is supposed to make you get into your emotions and to think about people. Just monitor your thoughts, bring them back to the breath, and just build that awareness. Release, press into the hands, and come back to a tabletop. Find neutral spine, tuck the toes, downward dog. Stretch out the backs of the legs. Left side pigeon. Left knee behind the left wrist. And I'll show the block on this side as well. So you'll lean onto that hip. Try to square the hips to the top of the mat. So that means getting the right hip forward. And bring the left foot across the mat. And find a place you can hold, you can breathe for just a few rounds of breath. This is a very deep hip opener. And if this is too much, in any class you're ever in, you can, when they say pigeon, go back to that seated cross-legged stretch. One more good breath. And release, press into the hands, remove any props. Tabletop, find that for just a pause, and one more downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the mat. One cat-cow to reset. Inhale. Long exhale, cat back. Scoop the tailbone. Somewhere in the middle, neutral spine, and press back into child's pose. Hips over the heels, arms out in front of you. Let the elbows relax to the mat. Here we are in the same place, but still the present moment. Be grateful for your awareness of the breath, of your awareness to take care of yourself. Press your hands into the mat to bring yourself up to any comfortable seat, hands together, heart center. Sit up tall. Thank yourself for taking care of yourself. Thank you from me. Thank you so much. I will see you all soon. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Namaste.